Hey guys, welcome back to Friendly Hill. My name is Matt. Today we are going to start in the garage here. We're going to actually mock up the new Firewood bucket. You see behind me, I have went and bought some metal. I have one plate of 1/4 inch steel. Right now this sits as a 48 inch by 60 inch. 60 is going to be the width or length of the bucket, I should say. This is a skid steer attachment plate that I got off of Amazon. That is going to be how we pick up the bucket with the tractor. It's going to be connected to that. And then I got some more flat sheet. This is 1/8 inch. They're going to be the size in the back. And the reason I did that is I'm trying to make this thing as light as possible. But I felt I could not get away with 1/8 inch on the bottom, as that's what's going to be holding all the weight. So Everett's about to get here and we're going to do some cutting on this and see what we can mock up. To give y'all a better understanding of what I'm trying to build, it's basically this, just out of metal. This box is 72 inches in length or width. It's 48 inches deep, and the back is 44 inches tall, and so is the sides. Now, this bucket is way bigger than what I actually need because my tractor will not lift but so much, and it probably only fills this bucket up, I don't know, 50%. But what I'm going to do with this metal bucket is I'm going to make it smaller so it lightens the load, and maybe I can get more wood in there. Now, since we're using metal, the metal is obviously heavier than the wood here. But if I make it smaller, then I might be able to shave some weight there. So I hadn't decided on dimensions yet because I'm still trying to figure that out. I would like to keep the same depth here because I feel like a lot of wood does hang off the edge right here when I'm filling it up, because it's going to pile up and slide down. The back is definitely tall enough. It could be a little bit shorter because if I look back at my old videos, the wood when it's filled up is only about right here. So I could probably take almost a foot off, and then that goes the same with the sides. Bring the sides and then back down, and then lose some weight there. So one other problem I have with this bucket is that I use my pallet forks for it, and it's not a big deal until I want to switch it out. Like if I want to run this at one splitter and run an IBC toe to the other splitter, I can't do that because the pallet forks are under this one, so I have to take it out, move the IBC toe, then come put these back under, and it's just a lot of back and forth, and it takes a lot of time. With using this skid steer attachment plate, if I can weld it on there and not use forks, that would be awesome, but I really don't see how that's going to work. So I'm planning on just taking some pallet forks, welding them to the skid steer plate, and then that still solves my problem of having to switch back and forth. This is the first cut we're going to make, guys. This is 1/8 inch steel. We got just a DeWalt circle saw with a metal cutting blade on it. We have a board braced here to ride against the frame of the saw there. Cutting, buddy. So there's the first cut. Man, that did an awesome job.
Nice and clean cut, huh?
Heck yeah. Alright, so that's the first cut. I All right, so the next cut, this is a 48 by 60 piece. We're gonna cut this down to 60 by 36 because we've changed our plans here. We're gonna leave this bottom at 48 inches by 60. And then the side that we just cut is a 48 by 36. So we'll have two 48 by 36 sides. The back's gonna be 60 by 36. And then this is gonna be 60 by 48. And I think that's where we're gonna go with that. It'll cut a lot of weight down. So hopefully we can get more wood in here. So y'all might be thinking he's not cutting, and that's right. He's just laying down a mark, guys, for a guide. It's actually really smart. I've never seen anybody do that. But you line your mark right there, and you could double check, triple check your measurements before you actually cut, and then you know you're 100%.
Now we'll set our blade just a little deeper, and then we'll make our cut.
Blade's done.
You'd be surprised. Still all like it.
Yeah.
We're cutting with a bigger
Check
blade.
out this blade, guys. That's what it looks like now. We'll take it off and show you the difference. So that's what the blade started looking like. That's what it looks like now. So we're gonna switch blades, get more cutting. Fresh blade, he's changing the depth again. Another clean cut. So this is the box put together, guys. I just have magnets holding all the sheets together. So this is it. I think it's gonna work. The only problem that I haven't figured out yet is how I'm going to connect it to the tractor. I was gonna use this skid steer plate, and I was gonna weld the plate to the 1/4 inch on the bottom and put some gussets, and then cut out holes where the gussets are in this plate right here and slide it over and weld it all together. But now that I'm looking at it, I just don't know if this metal right here is thick enough for that. It's only 1/8 inch thick metal, so I'm kind of worried about that. The other route would be pallet forks. The only problem with that is I would be adding more weight than I need to, because that mask weighs, I think, 130 pounds, and my pallet forks weigh 300 pounds. So that would be a problem. I could weld some type of metal to this to make this pallet forks, and that might actually cut a little bit of weight there, but still it's more weight than I anticipated when building this box. So I got a lot of thinking to do. I thought this was going to be a no-brainer, but I have definitely jumped in something way more in depth than I thought it'd be. Some key things I got to think about is how I want the box welded. Do I want it where these are like a 1/2 inch in? This is obviously more than 1/2 inch, but 1/2 inch in welded on either side, and then it won't be even in this, but it gives a better welding spot, or just hit the seam with it. I don't know much about welding, so that's what I'll be asking my welder, see what he thinks. But I know I'm gonna have to buy some gussets, some at least 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch gussets to support this back, or figure out how to put lightweight fork on this, and that might be the answer, because then I would just put the forks underneath, tack the forks to the bottom, tack it up here, and we'll be good to go. So we got the box made up how I kind of wanted, the size and all that stuff. Now it's just trying to figure out the ways to keep everything rigid and strong for the tractor lift, because it's going to lift around 1,800 pounds. So really got to think that through before we start, you know, welding and making everything permanent. But you guys drop in the comments what y'all think I should do. Remember, weight is the key factor here. I could have easily went and bought a bucket that weighed 600 pounds, but I did not want to do that because I want to get something lower than that. I'm looking at like 450 pound range. That's why the forks aren't really ideal. But if I could find some thin forks that I could weld to the skid steer attachment, that might be the way to go. So you guys let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.